Hey guys. All right, so this is linesofthought.com. You can think of it as a place where you can visualize and explore complex ideas through branching thought paths. So this is the homepage. It works like any other modern social media app. You've got an explore feed where you can browse different ideas and topics, and if something catches your interest, you could click in to explore it deeper. For example, I'll click this one. This is a Machiavelli quote from his book The Prince. Very famous. Probably most people have heard of that one. Um, but is the idea is about how doing evil all at once, or rather, you should do, if you have to do evil, do it all at once so that you only get pushback once and it can be forgotten about later. Versus if you're going to give out rewards, maybe drip feed those over time so that you can kind of reap the benefits of people appreciating you and liking their rewards and whatnot. Um, so I think a lot of people will see this and immediately be like, that's that's evil, that's manipulative, that's not great, especially because Machiavelli maybe doesn't have the greatest reputation, um, and so they would maybe stop there. As you can see, there's already a branch here. So this website is Lines of Thought, lines being inspired from chess engines, chess analysis, different lines you can take in any position. But the point is that I can click into this and it's kind of the next thought. Like you're thinking about this first one and contemplating it, and you think this next one, right? As a result of that first one. So this says that this might be fine for kings warring against each other, but how does that affect the everyday peasant? If kings are doing evil, it's likely the common man will get caught in the crossfires and suffer, etc. Um, so this is just one perspective, kind of countering this original one. But let's try adding another branch. So here's our modal here. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this guy right here. Boop. And we'll say that this is from the perspective of, several times in that injustice. Let's just say it's also from the peasant. So this is going to go through, this is a long call here, but it's doing some content moderation. We only want high quality thoughts being here. If I just typed in peasants are evil, who cares about them? That would actually get rejected. If I type the same comment that maybe someone else has commented, that would also get rejected because we don't really care about in individuals, like who contributes what. This is all actually anonymous. So we just care about the actual idea itself. And you see that did eventually create. And when I go back, you see there's two different branches here. So each one of these, this is the first one. It's talking more so about the evil aspect of this first quote. But the second one is more about the good part, right? So from this one original thought, you can kind of contemplate multiple different lines of thought, right? But humans don't normally actually do that. If you know much about psychology, you've probably read that humans are very good at going down one line of thought. And then after that, they accept whatever line they went down. And if they, think about one part and say, okay, that makes sense, they'll often just kind of project that acceptance onto the whole argument. Um, but you really got to consider everything, right? And so that's what this can be used for. It's you can go back to the root, go down new lines of thought, and kind of contemplate everything before just accepting one line of thought. So that's pretty good. Um, you will also notice that each of these branches is getting a score, and when I actually highlight over this, you'll see there's a reason for that score. That's all coming from Claude AI. So every time you submit a thought, Claude will say, is this a good thought? Sure, it's acceptable. If you're writing, I hate peasants, they suck, Claude's going to say, this isn't good enough. No one else wants to see that thought. It's BS. We don't care about that. So it'll just get rejected. So only high quality stuff gets in, and how high quality it is, based on things like, are there any logical fallacies here? Are you veering too much from the original idea? Whatever. So you'll get a score here, and so viewers can take a look at this and say, okay, yeah, this is a good thought. Let me click into this. This is a a strong argument. I want to see what's going on here, and hopefully that can be helpful to different people. Um, so I'll click back here to the Explore page here. One more quick thing. Yeah, this is a search bar here that uses semantic and keyword search. So what that means is, you can type in the word emotion. You want to see some thoughts about emotions. And you'll get ones that literally have emotion in it, but you'll also have things that are just kind of related, right? So that's that semantic understanding. So you get a hybrid here. So that can be pretty helpful. And that's it. Welcome to philosophical TikTok or Reddit or LinkedIn or whatever it is, where you can explore different ideas without worrying too much about forgetting things, and where you can get immediate feedback on the strength of your ideas. Hopefully it can be a place of high quality content and will prove to be immune to the brain rot content which infests other social media applications. That's my goal, at least. I can see this being useful for business leaders doing planning as well, or for academics wanting to do research, how to solve a problem, or maybe politicians wanting to test the strength of their ideas, or for more, non-politicians who want to test the strength of their politicians' ideas, and just see how that all stacks up. But yeah, let me know what you think of the site. The whole thing was conceptualized and built in like a weekend, just this past weekend. So there may be some little bugs or issues. So if you see any of those, or just have any other ideas on how this could be improved, what is useful for people, let me know. Send me a DM, and yeah, thanks.